can you do this podcast is brought to you and powered by?
This podcast is brought to you and powered by Sunday Cool Teas. We'll see you there. We'll see you in the air. Oh, and if you have time, watch this or listen.
Did you say podcast?
The words get caught
Broad
in
and
the
pod.
mustache.
In the stash.
Yeah, they hit the mustache, they ricochet within my lips, and then get around.
This broadcast.
This broadcast is brought to you and powered by the podcast.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly.
This broadcast is prodcast and prodcast by the prodcast.
By some broads while they're casting. Hey-o.
Hey, don't gaggle me. Don't cancel me.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa's here, and I've got a deal sweeter than the Christmas cookies. It's the Sunday Cool Super Soft Stock Up Spectacular! Looking for the softest fleece on this side of the North Pole? Look no further! These bad boys will keep you cozier than a snowy day in your PJs. But wait, don't you dare wait till last minute to start planning your 2025 shirt orders. No! You know who's on the naughty list? Bad planners! Get ahead of the game with tees, fleece, hats, stickers. Remember, early birds get the goods and avoid the Christmas crunch. And just like Rudolph said, plan now, shine later. Call, click on message Sunday Cool today, because if it's gotta be soft, it's gotta be Sunday Cool. And from all of us here at Sunday Cool, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And don't forget to start planning. You know why? Because Santa's watching!
Get the gong ready.
Oh. Is this a new edition?
You just tune it.
I'm up here.
Try it.
There it is.
Try it one more time. 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
The reverb.
Hey.
I don't know if you could say that.
Great Barrier Reefer?
Easy.
That's what it's called.
It's
isn't it?
endangered.
Did you see that I don't know if it was the Great Barrier Reef. I think it may have been. But there's also it's like the world's biggest coral reef or reef, and it like is not dying, but it's actually thriving.
That's the Great Barrier. It's coming back.
Yeah, it was dying for a long time. They did a lot of documentaries about, just making you feel horrible. Like, you did this. Look what humans have done. They're ruining the ocean. Now it's like, oh, look at that.
Climate change.
It was Steve Irwin, dude. He gave himself.
Yeah.
It was a sacrifice.
Yeah, he sacrificed him for the reef.
For the reef.
20 years later.
He knew what was happening. He said, "Come to me, Stingray," and it came and.
Dude, the thing is like, it shouldn't have killed him, but it literally went right into his heart.
Yeah, that's what it's a planned job
Yeah, honestly, probably.
for the reef.
Corey, let me get you to get your mustache stuck in that microphone. It'll happen though.
Yeah. All right.
You have a walrus mustache, dude.
Yeah. Sometimes I trim it, and then I
love
get
it.
lazy, and I don't.
Did we talk about your lineage last time? Are you Italian?
You're not the first person to bring up my lineage this morning.
Oh.
We did a little family walk today, and there was I don't know if he was full homeless. He was maybe partial homeless.
Okay.
Same.
But he walked up to me. He was like, "Are you white or Hispanic?" And I said, "White." And he's like, "Cool."
He's like, all right. What the heck, guy? Come on. Relax.
That was like the very first question. I was like, man. And I just told my wife, I was like, I like that, man. I like that, no racism. None of that, dude. He was just straight to the point. He was like, I want to know what ethnicity are you?
What are you?
No, he was racist. He was just trying to figure out how racist to be.
Are we fighting or are we friends?
I'm white. Hey, low is just this down.
He was really nice. He blessed me multiple times in
Blessed
my
you?
family. Yeah, he was like, God bless you, man. He blessed me up, and he showed me some sick swing tricks. He did some leg kicks.
Like on a swing?
On a swing. On a
Dude, I need this guy to wake me up every morning.
Dude, where is this guy?
What are you?
I'm white. All right, let's have a good day.
Dude, I've had really solid experiences the past couple of days with strangers. I went to Taco Bell, and it was the best Taco Bell encounter of my life.
The one in Mount Dora by Walmart.
I think so.
Dude,
Yeah,
they're incredible.
So
nice,
nice.
dude.
The dude, I wrote it down because it was the nicest. I'm like, I need to start saying these words to other people. So I do my order, and he's like, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll also get a cup of water. He goes, H2O, the lifeblood. I'm like, sick, dude. And so then he like gives me my food, and before I leave, he goes, hey, may whatever you try to do today be a flawless victory for you and your family. And
Wow.
I was
Oh
like,
my goodness. Dude, I'm telling you, it's like entering another dimension when you go into that Taco Bell drive-thru.
Yeah.
yeah,
They are the nicest. I've never experienced customer service like that anywhere.
anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a Taco Bell in a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. That I do remember the Walmart. It is exactly that one. Man, I wish I was one of those people that actually filled out the surveys and wrote a really strong review.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
I think
Yeah.
I tried to poach him before. Like,
Yeah.
you got to come work with us, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like this energy.
So,
Yeah. Hey, welcome, Corey.
Corey,
Hey.
Corndog's back.
Corey's
back
here
in the
and he's
saddle.
back here. Yeah.
Hey, Cornelius is back.
Yo.
Or is that Lily?
Wait a second.
Yep, it's Lily. Checks out.
I wish.
It's not what I thought it was.
No, Janie still has pneumonia.
I know.
Yeah.
Our hearts are broken.
So anyone that's mad that Lily's not here is just happy that
My
your-
child is sick.
yeah, and
Interesting.
why are you not
Interesting.
praying more? Why don't you
Yeah.
pray for Jane? Get Lily back.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
What are you doing?
The return of Lily is going to be really intense.
Wow.
Yeah.
She'll like fog when she walk in the door like a WWE.
Yeah, we should do
star.
like a wrestling intro, have a tunnel.
Have somebody sitting down.
You
Hey,
guys-
actually, this is our brand new. We're actually not gonna have Lily anymore. We're gonna have this person.
Yeah.
And then she comes in with a steel chair.
So is this
We get Bruce Buffer to introduce
This is
her.
5 episodes, I think. This is the 5th episode.
5?
Yep.
Dang.
Dude, when she comes back, she should gaslight all you guys.
Yeah.
That would be almost just once, and then never again.
She could try.
She could try.
Yeah, give it. I'm sure it's obviously gonna flip back, but
Women can't gaslight. I don't think.
actually, yeah,
I've always said that. I don't think women can gaslight.
Yeah, I
that's a
don't think
valid point.
Women, you can't gaslight.
I think they're too.
you
beautiful
think you can
and
gaslight?
too cool and too gifted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Corey, you want a song?
All I think about every day is I need a song.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would like a song.
Okay, we can
I have really high expectations too, because last time I was on,
He was talking trash. He said we sucked last time.
the song flopped like a fish.
What did we
and
sing last time?
I don't. You actually.
He doesn't even know.
No, you were going, and then you're like, I can't do it, dude, and it fell apart, and you fully gave up on the song.
All right, we'll see how this one goes.
So I was like really bummed.
All right.
Just cursed us.
It's probably going to get flagged anyways, so.
We'll see.
Ooh, now that would be special. I would love to be a part of a flag song, so that it's like almost just a personal one for me.
Yeah,
No one else gets it.
except for people on Patreon and Spotify.
On Spotify
And
the
Apple
other
Podcasts.
thousands and millions of
Are
other
those
people.
Real? Just
Not
not
really.
the tube.
Yeah. I got something stuck in my throat this morning, dude. I woke up coughing so much. There was something in my throat.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what it was. Got that hole in my throat.
My mama used to pack my lunch. So don't forget it, my only son. But then one day, sat down to eat. There were no chips, just apple and cheese. But Mama, I'm Pringle kind of man. I thought she knew that veggies should be banned. Mama, I'm a Pringle kind of man. Why did you do this to me, Mom? I don't understand. Couldn't take it. She's gone too far. So I said, silent, whoops, riding in the car. She said, what's wrong, dear? Why are you so sad? I said, forget it. Then I called my dad. Said, Daddy, I'm a Pringle kind of man. I thought she knew that veggie should be banned. Daddy, I'm a Pringle kind of man. Why did she do this, Dad? I don't understand. You do it. He said, don't worry, I'll talk to Mom. I'm sure she'll listen. It won't take long. Then I heard her scream my name. Come on. She kicked the door down right off the frame. She said, so you think you're a Pringle man when you're running to my son? Spanking's on band. I don't know. All of my stinking greens. So I cried myself asleep with this melody. But Mama, I'm a Pringle kind of man. I thought she knew that veggie should be banned. Mama, I'm a Pringle kind of man. I'll go to sleep for now, and tomorrow we'll try again.
Oh, boys, thank you.
Fun fact, the guy who invented the Pringles can, his
Died in one. Oh.
Almost. His casket is shaped as a Pringle can.
Wow.
Please
His
tell
casket?
Please tell
Yeah.
me that's real.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what I saw. That's what I read.
How many did they stack in there?
A couple of them.
So I really wasn't far off. He kind of did die in one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. You guys brought mostly tears to my eyes on that one.
That's good.
That's an original song, by the way.
Yeah,
original
we
song and melody.
Yeah, we came up with all of that.
I don't know why it would have gotten flagged.
No,
But
I don't know.
maybe it's
why
so
either.
good. They're like, oh, we got to flag this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
yeah,
Dynamite,
that's really
guys.
good.
That is
Thank you
dynamite.
so
You
much.
know it's
I
not
really
dynamite.
appreciate
It's
it.
this
Yeah,
question.
that's
Everyone
good.
be quiet. I know that song was really good and it was dynamite. And I hope we can have a fun day today. But just going off this question, I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can, Corey. I don't know if we can, Andrew. Andy, I don't know if we can. This question, it affects just everyone. And I'm scared of it. I'm worried.
I know.
I'm frightened. I'm shaking in my boots, Andy.
I can hear
This
it.
question is just, it's really hard. Okay? Today's question sent in by viewer. Should ancestors be forgotten?
Yes. Going out there and saying it.
Oh,
Tired of them.
Whoa.
Been there, done that.
that's interesting.
You're saying you don't like any ancestors? You're tired of all the ancestors.
Definitely Ancestry.com.
No. I mean, okay. Hold on. Time out, Corey. This is actually a little concerning because
This is quite the revelation.
obviously we're talking about the ancestors that helped free slaves
Yeah,
and that were part of the civil rights movement,
absolutely.
and that participated in ending the wars.
That invented vaccines.
That invented the X-ray machine.
Invented peanut butter.
Invented peanut butter, and obviously, but you're saying we should forget them, Corey?
Forget about it.
What are you?
Dude.
White?
I knew it.
Some would say.
I knew it.
I don't know what to do with this. Should we even continue?
I don't know. I think we should wrap it up.
I
right
thought
now.
I knew you, Corey. Apparently I don't. Apparently I don't, Andy.
No, and he marked our bodies with his tattoos, and I feel dirty now.
You drew all over our bodies. And little did I know, you don't respect our ancestors that did really good things for a lot of people. And we probably wouldn't be where we're at in society without these ancestors.
And let's not forget about him basically condoning slavery.
I'm uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable.
I know, right?
I'm uncomfortable, Corey. And
think
he's just
everyone's-
giggling over there.
Yeah, having a great time.
Having a great time.
Yep.
Well, I guess you guys heard it here first. Corey is white. And you know the rest. Welcome to the show.
Did I say ninja? I meant butterfly. The butterfly is no doubt one of God's most beautiful creations. I said empty your mind.
You learn martial arts! Ninjas attack!
Corey's white. Welcome to the show.
It's your standard white guy over here.
Standard white guy.
The old cis white male.
Nice.
Hey, who needs women's to do podcasting?
Yeah, who needs women's?
I don't.
I don't need women's.
Dude, ask me if I need women's.
Speaking
Nope.
of women, though,
Okay. I'm interested.
hit me up with that magic mind.
Hey, magic mind. You want
Could you
one, Drew?
magic my mind? All right. What is it? Do they have different flavors of the magic mind, or are they all just?
Yeah, they have green
Magic.
and then green.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then
This
really
is my
good
favorite
green.
though.
Magic green. I'm doing some gummies today because I already have my
I will
magic
too.
mind.
What type? That magic gummy mind?
Yes.
Yeah.
They honestly,
Take 3, dude. They're so good.
They-
you take the gummies with the magic mind,
Yeah.
the drink. It I promise you, it's like.
It got rid of my afternoon slump.
Okay.
Like that one.
You want some?
The
Sure,
3.
unslump me.
Dude, on slump. It's clean energy. It's wonderful. It's good for you. All natural, baby.
So if you go to magicmind.com/ninja and use the code ninja20, you get 20% off your subscription or 50% off your 10-day subscription.
Ayo. You got to get it done. It's the best stuff. Best stuff for your mind. Best stuff for your body.
Don't gargle it because it
Don't
bubbles
gargle.
up.
Yeah, they say that. It's on the bottle.
Andrew,
Does it? Oh, it
I'm
does say
good.
it.
I'm
Don't
good. I'm
gargle.
sticking with these.
I'll give it a go.
I've had a few already.
Magic Mind!
Thank you, Magic Mind.
Actually, no, they're pretty good.
Not bad.
I'm typically against certain gummies, but this one's chill.
Yeah. Very mellow.
So, Corey, how much money do you make? Like after taxes and stuff.
Well, not a lot.
Okay, who'd you vote
all
for?
right.
Who'd you vote for? We're glad you're back, Corey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad to be back.
He tatted me up.
Yeah.
Got me tatted up. If you guys are viewing, I got Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. If you're not watching, I got a hippo doing a backflip above the sphere in Vegas.
And he's currently working on my back. Mm-hmm. We got about, what?
Turn
would you
around.
Say like
Turn around.
45% done.
Show it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
What's called that?
we'll call it
mentally, so I can-
43%.
Yeah,
Be
finishing
happy.
it today, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, show the people.
Yeah, my wife
Look at
really
this
wants
back
us to
piece,
finish
guys.
it.
This is crazy.
Yeah, we got the lower
Nuts.
portion done.
Yeah.
We got some winged creatures and a nice saucy tramp stamp.
Yes.
Easy.
Trampoline stamp.
Yeah, trampoline stamp.
Yes. It's a lower back tattoo.
Yeah, so we got to finish that today,
Yeah. How far does a tattoo have to expand beyond that region to not be considered a stamp?
A lower back tattoo? I'm not sure.
I
not
think
sure.
it depends on what's around it. If it's
I'm all ears.
if it's
Teach me.
solo in that region, always it's a stamp.
What if it's like the width of the back?
Still, that's just
Okay.
it's a nice long bumper sticker
Oh,
you
I
got there.
had an idea. Don't think I want it anymore.
Yeah, I have a male friend. He's really rad, but I always forget that he has one of those. He's like a skater, and he'll like take his shirt off, and I'm like, oh shoot, nice, dude.
Hey, there it is.
But it is covering up or distracting from my dollar bill sign brand on my lower back.
It's not covering up though, right?
It's
a little bit.
Yeah, I think we've gone through some of it.
Wow, you're growing.
Yes,
You're growing.
I am.
Dude, that's if we had. So while Josh was getting his tattoo, or while Andy was getting his, he and I were making jokes about trying to get Corey to tattoo something like secret.
Subliminal message.
But if
or
we
something.
had done glow in the dark, outlined the stamp,
Oh,
that would
that it would never.
yeah, you'd have been like, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Just glowing.
Yeah, I don't trust the glow in the dark ink though. I guarantee it's cancerous.
It makes sense.
What isn't?
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, just live a little.
When I was little, I used to get the glow sticks and then cut them open and do it all over my room.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so cool. And there's glass inside of it.
Oh, nice. We used to
Well,
do that like on the water. Like we'd go by the lake and we'd just shake it out into the water. I'm like, that can't be good for the fish.
Dude,
Like looking back now.
We had one hanging from our ceiling, like it was like a shape, and it leaked, and we had linoleum tile in our old house.
Oh,
in
dude.
the morning, there was a hole through the linoleum.
Wow.
Whatever chemical is in that burnt through the flooring.
That ain't a glow stick. That's kryptonite.
But it had cracked because we were like chewing on the plastic
Yeah.
as like kids.
Yuck. Yeah.
My school had to call poison control on me during nap time. I think in kindergarten, I was chewing on one that we got at the roller rink, and it got in my mouth. And the teacher was like, "Oh shoot!"
That's a good teacher though to
Yeah.
like
They
cover
said,
your bases and call it in.
Yeah, they said just to wash my mouth out, and I should be cool. So
I've only had to call poison control once, and that was like I walked. Demi was like 2 years old, and she had gone to our bathroom, and I had what is it, Pepto-Bismol like tablets, the dissolvable like in your mouth,
Yeah.
and she ate 2 packs. She
Wow.
just sucked on the packs and just ate them like candy, and I was like, oh no!
What does it
and
do?
I was like,
Make you like super constipated or something?
basically it was like I that or like poop a lot, and that like so I called. I was like frantic because she ate like literally 12 of these things. I was like, oh, this is it. This is how I get on the news. But then they're like, oh yeah, she's gonna be fine. I'm like, well, why you panic me then?
Yeah, we
She's
had.
a tiny child.
We've only called it once, and it was because Jane got like, I think it was like some essential oil, but I forget what kind of. It was like rosemary or something. But
no.
that can like really
Yeah.
that could kill you.
That's a
there's
lot,
some
dude.
spicy
That's-
ones.
Yeah, but we figured out she just put it in her mouth and just goes. So she didn't chug it or anything.
You tested it. You were like, let's see if she does drink it.
Yeah, we
And then
said-
she tried.
started pouring it down her mouth to see like swallow it if
Yeah.
you like it.
Yeah.
Then she just spit it up. So you're like, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
You drip those on your steaks, right?
Yeah.
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 Because I don't actually have any rosemary around. I just dip the essential oils in there.
Yeah.
Great.
Speaking of essential oils, though,
Tell me.
let's talk about some aliens.
Oh,
Talked about it last week too, but I feel like it's the time and season to talk about aliens.
'tis the season.
Happy aliens.
They're gonna probe you.
What'd you
I
find?
saw this one thing. Well, did I talk about alien investigation last?
Yes.
I did?
You talked about the thing that goes
Okay,
into
yeah.
the water. Yeah.
But there's different stuff from it that I wanted to talk about.
For sure.
So have you seen how there's like these like cow mutilations and stuff like
I've
in the
heard about
West?
that.
Actually, not
Yeah.
even in the West, like all over the country, all over the world. It's like cows, horses, livestock in general. It's bizarro. So basically what happens is these farmers go out and these cows are missing different parts of their body. So like their tongue, eyes, ears, private parts, but it's like they call it like laser incision. Like it's so perfect.
Surgically precise.
Like
Yeah. Not
and
like
then-
an animal ate after their face.
Yeah, but then the craziest part is all of their blood has been drained
Yep.
and there's no blood around the cow.
That's terrifying.
Yes.
That's straight out of Dexter, dude. That's wild.
And what's also crazy is every single farmer that they interviewed about this stuff, when that cow is dead, they just leave it there, you know, because they have like thousands of acres. So they're just
Nothing's
like,
eating it, is it?
nothing eats it.
What?
Whoa.
No scavengers, no vultures, nothing.
That's impossible.
And
so what is it?
They said this cow. It literally just like over time it like looked like it just melted into the ground.
So they took everything of value. Like it was almost like, oh, dude, that's so scary.
Just like fibrous tissue left over.
And this has happened randomly, all over.
And this one farmer that they interviewed, he's like, what do you think it is? And he's like, aliens. And he's like,
what else could it possibly be?
Can you explain that? He said, well, 2 days before, I think he had a total of like 4 bulls or something within the time span of like a couple months that all this stuff happened. But before that happened, he said he was on his front porch during the day, and sure enough, there was like, I think it was like a triangle UFO. And they're like, are you sure it was a UFO? And he's like, sure enough, to where I called my wife or told my wife to get the gun, and I was shooting at it.
Yeah.
And he was like, it was in his front yard, and he just like grabbed the gun, and was like, pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, freaking him out.
And then it just disappeared. Nothing happened to it, and it just disappeared. And then the next couple of days, all these cows are just like, it's bizarre. One of them, it was just sitting up like this, just like laying on its stomach, just like this, with its mouth open. And it's like bottom cheeks gone, and like,
dude.
And they got footage of this on video.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
where
this
did
is messed up.
where did the like like the classic UFO tractor beam with a cow going up? Like, where did those stories originate? Like, it has to be
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
like right
Yeah.
there. That's interesting.
It's
Why?
weird. But also, he said that UFO, he said it was over his field, and when it left like a ring in his field, and ever since then, the grass in this circle grows way faster than all the grass around it.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's bizarre.
Did they check for radiation too?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like that's always what you hear. It's like, oh, like there's higher radiation or whatever, and then something like that causes things to grow more.
Yeah, with things with crop circles, there's traces of radiation and stuff. Like you can't make that up. You don't just that doesn't just happen.
Yeah.
But even like, the chupacabra is also a blood drainer. So
Yeah.
you think about like, what if that's an alien too? Like all these stories that are
No,
tied
it's
to,
just
like,
another cryptid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing,
Like,
dude.
what's the point? Like, why do they?
They love the blood, dude. They got to get that
Well,
lifeblood.
If
But the
if they are,
reproductive organs, that's also what they always
Yeah.
harvest.
What about the milk? Was the milk gone?
They're all bulls.
Darn.
Yeah.
but think about like, if aliens are demons, that's like a theory, right? Or
or
fallen angels or whatever the heck. And you think about some of the satanic rituals and the
Yeah.
elements of those rituals, it's like blood, other parts of anatomy.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense.
yeah, that was a big revelation for me. Like thinking about learning about the Nephilim and that type of stuff, and that like the sacrifices that they would be doing, and that it was a very like, hey, we're gonna take their blood and then we're gonna drink their blood, and then all of a sudden I like put the dots together and I was like, oh, like the lore of vampires and all that stuff comes from these things.
Yeah.
Because there's evil, like real evil stuff doing real evil things. It's just gnarly, man.
Yeah.
I also was watching the Missing 411, that documentary.
So scary.
And I think he has 2 or 3 documentaries out. One of them was specific on like alien encounters or UFO encounters.
Mm-hmm.
But he talked about one, I believe it was either Montana or Idaho or something. And this group of Hispanic workers were working on I believe a house, middle of the day, and this triangle UFO comes out. There's a herd of elk in the valley. The UFO comes over, literally this elk goes whoop, and it just flies off with this elk while it's hovering. And it freaked all the workers out. And they're like, we're not talking about that. And finally, someone came to them, like interviewed them, and there was at least 10 plus dudes that all saw it. So it wasn't just like one dude like, yeah, I saw an elk fly off. It's
Yeah.
like,
And
no, it was
elk
like,
are over 500 pounds for the listener who doesn't know.
And that's something like when that
Opposed to,
happens
like,
to you,
20-pound dog or something.
Yeah.
That'd be way easier to levitate.
Yeah.
yeah.
when
Or
that
like,
happens to you, like that either becomes your whole personality
Yeah.
because you keep talking about it, or you just have to learn to let it go.
Yeah.
Like that would be the toughest thing, to witness something like that and just truly be like, all right, people are going to look at me like I'm crazy, so I just have to shut up about this.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned this the last time I was on, but my father-in-law has the alien story of a sort.
Oh.
And so like this is kind of like what blows my mind about this whole alien topic is there's just so many different testimonies of different people that like don't want this to happen and all these different things. But so my father-in-law, when he was in high school, they were driving in their pickup truck on a country road or whatever. I think they were coming home from like football practice, and they're driving, and all of a sudden, spotlight right on like this backcountry road, like dusk time or something, and just this light is just following them, and they are like freaked out. They're like speeding down the road like as fast as they can to get away from this light that's like on them, and they just like running from it, and then eventually they, I don't know, maybe they went under some trees and got away from it all, but like drove as fast as they could the rest of the way home, and they're just like, yeah, really scary. I don't know. That was just kind of weird and really, really scary. And that's my father-in-law. He's like country dude. Like
he wouldn't make
I've
up
had like
a
5 strong conversations with him in my life, you know.
Yeah.
Like, his hands are like
Does he think it was a UFO? What?
Yeah, I mean, he's like, yeah. I mean, but like he doesn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know about it for the longest time until my mother-in-law was like, "Oh, Greg's got a UFO story," and I'm like, "What?"
That's insane.
Dude, look at the video I just sent you, because this is what's happening in Brazil right now. A lot of people are talking about it. Yeah. Apparently, there's a lot of people saying, this is happening to me. I'm getting this weird orb that's going erratic, but it's chasing my car.
So they did like a CGI like illustration of like what it is happening.
Yeah, they took
in the,
everyone
like, back country of Brazil.
They took all the witness accounts, and they took all the eyewitness accounts, and they just made this rendering of this video, and it's just super intense.
All right, hold on, let me plug this in. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
So don't blame it on the whites. Okay?
Whoops. Watching Bad Friends.
Oh, nice.
I don't have TikTok installed, and it's unhappy with me for that. Yeah, someone point it in my direction.
We should do it again. Hold on.
I said it to you. Did you not get it?
So this is so this is AI that they're showing, or this is?
But this is what I guess they're all describing.
This is what a lot of people are reporting, like this orb flying down and just following cars.
That would be the most terrifying thing.
How do you get away from it?
Yeah, you can't. You're like, oh, the orb's following me. Oh no.
Yeah,
dude. If I saw something like that,
dude,
it would honestly be hard to do this podcast. Like, I don't have an experience, so right now this is fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, if I had an experience where an orb descended and pursued my vehicle,
dude, I
don't know.
I'd be calling on Jesus hard.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
You're gonna have
Horde.
to leave.
Dude, Brazil seems like a hot spot though.
Yeah, what's up with that?
They also talk about an alien investigation. It was in the 80s or 70s? This is the craziest story.
Uh-oh.
What is there?
It's just a bug that just keeps
I've been
flying
seeing
in
the
my
orb,
face,
dude.
dude.
This orb
It's
came
irritating
right
me
at
so
you right
much
now.
throughout the whole podcast. It just keeps flying in my face, in my eye.
It's like a fruit fly.
I know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But this thing, I'm not going to say it in Portuguese because
Please do. Actually,
Just
can you do the
try.
rest of the
Okay.
podcast in Portuguese?
Apricado prato.
Perfect.
That's not Italian.
Huh?
Whatever. It means Operation Plate.
Okay.
Or they also call it Operation, I think, Flying Plate. But what happened, this town in this village in Brazil, like northern Brazil, were just terrorized by UFOs for months, and to where people were actually attacked. Like, and they interviewed 2 of the ladies that were attacked, and they basically said that they were walking, all of a sudden they saw this UFO, a beam of light hit them, and then a burning sensation on their chest, and like a laser scopped it, like literally removed like skin from their flesh, like a perfect like circle and stuff, and then it took off, and I think a couple of people actually died.
Yeah.
Oh
During
my
these things.
goodness, dude.
But it was so secretive, and the Brazilian government at the time was basically ran by like a dictator, and so they sent the military to this village, and they were stationed there for months, and there's just so many reports of like at night in the ocean there would be hundreds of different shaped UFOs just going like out of the water.
Dude, what is happening
Dude,
there?
have you talked about your theory with
what?
the bombings?
Oh, no, it wasn't my theory. I just saw it on TikTok
yeah,
with like the idea of like, this
underwater nuclear bombings.
these
or
underwater tests for the bombs and stuff are making a whole lot more sense now that we think these aliens are living in the ocean. It's like,
whatever. It's weird.
were they testing, or were they trying to get rid of or disrupt something?
Waking up Godzilla, baby.
Hey, Godzilla -1 is on Netflix, by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so psyched.
Dynamite
Yeah.
stuff.
But yeah, so it was so secretive, Operation Plate, that no one knew about it until the dictatorship got dissolved and the new democracy came into Brazil or whatever. And the CIA came down and collected all of the information on Operation Plate and brought it back to him. But they interviewed like a fisherman. Or no, he was a ferry guy. Guy who drives a ferry, like the boat.
Ferries are real?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No way.
And they interviewed him, and he said he would bring these military personnel to this one island for like it was like where they had an observation place or whatever where they would observe, and they were so freaked out by what was happening, they gave this civilian boat driver a gun.
Oh, man.
They said, take this gun just in case.
Yeah.
But he said there was also U.S. military with the Brazilian military at that time as well. And it's the most like well documented, biggest encounter, so many eyewitnesses, and we still don't know everything about it because the CIA now has it, and it's still, I think, technically classified.
Interesting.
It's crazy though.
Flying Plate.
Yeah.
If I was government in Brazil, I would just have someone open up a really nice restaurant called the Flying Plate.
Yeah.
So whenever you Googled Flying Plate Brazil, that's the first thing that would pop up.
But it reminds me of Tim Alberino's
The face peelers. Yeah. that's what I was
Peru,
gonna-
yeah.
with the laser
Dude, it's the same
cutting.
thing.
Yep.
It would have you
Same technology?
Have you like focused in on that story a lot?
I mean, as much as he's put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that one was crazy because they were talking about how it's kind of not alien. Like that one was seeming human.
Yeah.
Like
the tech and stuff.
well, no, like the girl's interaction. This one girl.
Yeah, they said it was men.
Yeah, that she
Yeah.
they started peeling her face like with the laser, like you were saying, and then
Weren't they speaking English?
there was a English and I think a Portuguese
Okay,
guy.
yeah.
And like the English guy, he was speaking Portuguese maybe, but it was like you could tell he was like an American.
Are you white?
Yeah, I know. Dude.
Wait.
But yeah, but like it was people trying to take a person. It's I don't know.
It's weird, dude.
That's it. Like
I truly
wild.
believe that the majority, like that, I feel like the majority of UFO, UAP sightings, interactions are human.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so secretive within the U.S. government.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Pawn it off as being aliens.
because they've been probably doing tests literally since the 40s.
You know who's the only safe people from these laser attacks?
Who?
The Blue Man Group.
That's what I was gonna say. The blue roof. You got to have the blue.
So we just paint ourselves blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, can you tattoo me after this?
Yeah.
Fully blue.
I don't have a lot of blue ink, but I got enough. At least we can do the top of the head, so at least if for aerial
That's true,
attacks,
yeah.
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's weird, dude.
That's so scary, man.
I do encourage you guys to watch Alien Investigation on
I'll have
Netflix.
to.
So really well done documentary. And it's not like, like the how like Discovery and like History Channel, they do like finding Bigfoot or finding Sasquatch.
And they just never find anything.
And it's just like they just drag it on for years.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they were drilling it down in this documentary.
Interesting. I wonder who
Yeah.
we got to talk to the people behind this film.
George Knapp.
Let's get him
Yeah.
on the pod.
That would be rad.
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
Let's reach out to him. That'd be fun.
Speaking of Bigfoot, another kind of distanter-ish. I don't know if he's fully in my family yet, but he's working on it. And I was at a family gathering the other day. We're just like kids are playing in the pool, living it up. And he's like, "Hey, you guys want to see something?" I'm like, "Oh, sure, dude. What's up?" He's like, "I got a Bigfoot footprint." I was like, "What?" So he like takes me out to his garage and he has this box, and it's like he like screwed the box shut.
Oh, wow.
He's like, it's like protected, dude. He's like, this is like really serious. And he unscrews it and pops it open. And he has a cast of a Bigfoot. And apparently he's like really into Bigfoot stuff. And he went Bigfoot hunting, searching, and they found a footprint. And then they made their own cast of it.
No way.
Yeah.
Please tell me you have a photo.
I have a photo, but what sucks is I don't have I didn't put like a size hand reference to
No,
show
it
you.
just-
That's
looks like a
that's
foot.
fine because the identifier that Nate Henry always
Is
references
the metatarsal
mid-tarsal break.
or
Yeah.
Yeah, let me find it.
Mid-tarsal break.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, this is my first time I've ever seen a Bigfoot footprint ever. And I mean, if this is real, there's allegedly Bigfoot's like 40, 50 minutes from my house, I guess, man.
Whoa.
Dude, you got to make friends with them, man.
I think Bigfoot freaks me out more than the thought of aliens for some
Heck
reason.
no.
Oh, here it
Oh, I don't know. I think
is.
like my known fear, because I've been in the woods. You've been in the woods and you've been scared of something,
Yeah.
and you know how that feels, and
Is the
that's a
mid-tarsal
terrifying
right there?
feel. You don't know how it feels to like encounter an alien laser beam.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's there, dude.
Yeah, you pass
That's
it over.
mine, dude.
Dude, that's a big toe.
Dude, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the biggest thing is like the toes are massive. Like, and it's like, I mean, it's probably that biggish. Like, it's much bigger than my foot.
That's crazy.
It's just the
beefcake.
wideness of it too.
Yeah. But
Imagine getting kicked right in the chest. He just stands up.
That's terrifying. Dude, I'm way more scared of an alien than I am, which they could be the same thing, but
I don't know. It's just like
aliens seem more malicious, and Bigfoot's like, if you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone most of the time. Aliens are like, I'm coming for you. In your bedroom, we're coming for you.
I feel like I have technology to deal with a Bigfoot.
Yeah. There's been
Something
reportings of
hovers
shooting.
down with a laser.
There's a reason why Bigfoot's left no survivors. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no one that's ever met him.
that's what
and,
I'm
like, hung
saying.
out.
Like, there's like, there's just the thought of like, because there is, I would say, more proof or like visual proof of like a Bigfoot than an alien. You know, like you don't really see pictures of aliens.
Yeah, you don't see alien tracks.
You see like, you see UFOs and UAPs.
you see evidence of aliens.
Yeah,
with more
like
than
abductions
Bigfoot
and stuff.
I mean, just sightings of UFOs. I mean, like if those are,
Yeah.
if we represent, if UFOs means aliens, then we I think we have a lot more evidence.
I
than
mean,
that.
you could say a crop circle's a footprint.
Yeah,
if you look at it that way.
That's more of like a
that's a note.
like a text message or
yeah,
passing notes in fields.
Maybe
What would you
evidence
do?
nonetheless.
What would you do if you're walking in the woods and you came across Bigfoot?
Like an actual Bigfoot,
Like for real?
just staring
like,
at
not
me.
even being funny.
Just staring at me?
Like you're like from me to
I would speak
Andrew.
to it immediately. I would. I think in my mind, I would assume it.
Obviously,
knows
you would
English.
do mind speak.
Like
Yeah,
I would
you gotta do
obviously.
that.
I would think it would be. I
Well,
would
a lot
just
of
speak
people
English
say
to it.
a lot of
I-
people say that it's telepathic.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Same with the
And
aliens.
that's what I'm
dude.
saying. That freaks me out.
Yeah. Imagine just walking through the woods and then he says, "Turn around," and then you're just standing there and it's like,
No.
oh,
That's so scary.
I would cry.
when it's telepathic, you don't actually hear it though, so you're hearing it in your mind. I don't understand
That's what a
how
lot
that.
of people report. They're like, like
does that make
with
sense?
aliens
Yeah.
and even with like angels and stuff. That it's like they're speaking to me, and then they notice that their mouth isn't even moving. So it's like it's
So
it's
it
a
does-
very audible.
Okay, so it does
but
sound.
it's in your head.
Got it. Weird, man.
Yeah. No, I'd say alien scarier, Bigfoot not as scary, but still very scary.
Agreed.
I mean, to me, it's like I would have the same reaction if I walked up on a bear in the woods.
I will say, if you're walking in the woods and there's a Bigfoot and a gray alien, I would be much more afraid of the gray alien.
Yeah, I'd be like, please, Bigfoot, help me.
Yeah. You'd be like, okay.
He could coddle me, dude. I feel like I would just submit. I'd just be like, "I'm your kid. Take
Daddy.
care of me." And he'd be like, "Yeah,
running
exactly."
with
Daddy Bigfoot.
Did you know that, speaking of Bigfoot, we got it, don't go anywhere. I've got to pee. We'll just like,
Yeah. Hey guys, we're going to take a quick break from the podcast, but listen, you guys got to go to SundayCool.com because we do t-shirts, hats, stickers, literally everything you could possibly want for your business, your organization, your church. You can literally get SundayCool.com. We have 72-hour turnaround. We have custom art. We have artists on the staff literally working around the clock to make you and your dreams come true. So go to SundayCool.com, order your shirts, your merch today. We would love to take care of it for you. What is he? Oh my goodness. What is
You ever seen that before?
what's happening? I've never seen that.
MBD, baby. Never been done. Never been done.
Everyone get in here.
go. Wow.
That was so fun.
I didn't realize Corey could do that.
Yeah, it's a new skill.
That is so cool.
I loved it.
I didn't know anyone could do that.
I think it's the first time.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
That's a big deal. You know what time it is? It's did you know that question with Lily,
where the questions are fresh on her mind.
We're gonna FaceTime her, see if
You
she
made
answers.
me look like a fool.
I didn't see what you did.
You made me look
I'm the trickster.
like a fool.
Okay, let's see if she does it.
Come on, Lily. Come on, Lil.
Come on.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Come on, you gotta do it. You gotta answer. Please.
Please.
You know what? I could FaceTime my mother-in-law. She would answer. She's with her.
Yeah. She's a real mother, dude.
She's a real mother. Let's see.
Wait, is that Kiki?
Kiki.
Sick, dude. I saw some realtor with the name Kiki, and I was like, I wonder if that's the
That's
Kiki.
her.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Sick.
Kiki.
Can you sell my
love me?
home? You're a realtor. And you're also my mother-in-law. Come on.
It's women, dude. Can we just take a break and talk about women?
Yeah, let's do
Wham.
that. Okay.
We got whites and wham.
Should I call Alan Thomas? He's always got questions.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Here.
Here we go.
Question corner with Alan. Hopefully he answers the phone.
He is probably at work. Let's see though. He's gonna love this. You guys are gonna love Alan Thomas.
Oh, here's Lily.
Freak you, Alan.
We'll call you back. Hold on.
Oh, poor guy. Here we go.
We'll do 2 questions.
Yeah.
2 questions.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Lily's here. Woo!
What up?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Lily.
All right. Can you give us a question?
Yeah, let me go through my notes. What's the vibe of the show right now?
Oh,
it's great. It's great.
Pretty lighthearted.
Mm-hmm. We're talking
Okay.
a lot about whites.
Okay. Okay, so to match your lighthearted tone, gentlemen,
What?
Yes.
what are 5 items that your friends would need to use in a seance to resurrect? To ask you a
Sheesh.
question.
Lily.
Oh my gosh.
This is like witchcraft.
That's so funny.
Okay, so that one doesn't work. I'll ask another one.
I think that's a good one.
We can do
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
What's your favorite seance?
isn't there like a Taco Bell 5 for $5 box?
Oh, yeah, that would
That's
be.
got to be one of
That's
y'all.
one.
That's exactly what you need for me. Just the box itself actually resurrects me.
She's upstairs. I'll go first.
Okay.
I like the Taco Bell thing. I think that would work for me too, but it would have to be a steak quesarito.
Okay.
Popsicle from the hippo.
Okay.
A silk eye mask for sleeping.
Ooh, silk. Fancy.
A nice smelling candle.
Okay.
What scent? You can't just say nice.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Be specific.
Yeah, what candle do you need for your seance?
This is like a Horcrux.
Like a sandalwood?
Yes, it has to be like an earth smell.
Okay.
Earth.
Earthy.
Nothing overwhelming. It has to smell like
Cedarwood.
clean.
Mm.
Yeah. Maybe lavender. And then, I'm gonna say Diet Coke.
All right. Perfect.
Perfect. Thanks,
Bye, Lil.
Lil.
All right. Love you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
Oh.
Wow.
Wait.
Watch out for it.
All right. What would your 5 items be?
I feel like you need to name mine.
I was going to say, you guys
That's
know
what I
each
thought
other's.
it was gonna be. Yeah. Mountain Dew.
A Mountain Dew. A cold Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
5 is a lot.
Yeah. Let's do 3.
Okay.
Okay. Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
A hat
A hat.
Yeah.
and fanny pack.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. And the fanny pack can be filled with food.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Bunch of cupcakes.
For you, I think, let's say a carpenter's pencil.
Okay. I do love a good carpenter.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
This is very specific.
I was thinking like
to
some
your
sort
skill
of-
set.
Yeah.
And then I would choose one of your bandanas.
Okay.
That's good.
Like the one you hang in your truck.
Yeah.
And then I would choose one of your stool samples.
Perfect. Yeah.
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 That would definitely bring me back.
Just poop in a jar.
Yeah.
I do have one just in case.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
It's a safe thing to have on hand.
All right, Andrew.
I went back during camping and I dug all yours.
Can of Spam.
Sure.
Surfboard.
Ooh, what's the last one?
Guitar.
It works.
Yeah.
I mean, that encompasses Andrew. I feel like.
I feel like we need a full salmon, like a full tuna, like an actual
Okay.
full live tuna.
Yeah.
Like it has to be alive.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
bring it into our house.
All right, Corey. You're
Corey.
obviously skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need my ski. I don't go anywhere without it.
Some type of like white propaganda.
Yeah, definitely.
Booklet.
Yeah. Mm.
Just a copy of Mein Kampf.
Dude. Just a hood.
No.
And then what's something like tattoo-ish that like something specific to a
You would actually
tattoo artist that
you would actually have to cut off one of my. You'd have to search and find one of my tattoos.
a pound of flesh.
A pound of flesh.
Did you know
Ooh.
that there's a company that when you die, you can have your tattoos removed and they dry out your skin and then they put it in a frame.
Yeah. So that's what you.
And
Dude, you have to do that now.
Taylor's like, I want to do this when I die. I'm like, that is the creepiest thing ever, dude.
Dude, imagine if I have just a wallet
There's
made of
a-
your arm tattoos.
Dude, there's
just
like
a Betty Boop.
no, they it was in Japan. They they preserved a bunch of bodies for the sake of like the history of tattoos, but there's like a really wealthy dude who actually has like a ton of skins and it's like
That's
and
terrifying.
those are bodysuits. Those are not just like.
It's like the full.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this lampshade pattern. Where'd you get this? Very Americana traditional style.
dude,
It's my uncle.
That
That's my
wallet is
uncle.
sick.
Yeah,
He was a sailor.
that's creepy.
We gotta call Alan.
Yeah, should we do a question with Alan?
Let's do it.
That was a solid
Tell
question.
him- tell him
Dynamite
to-
stuff, Lily.
Tell him to send us into existential crisis.
Hey, Alan.
Alan Thomas is here. All right.
Hey, you're back.
Hey, so
Hey.
we do have we need you to give us a question for a question corner.
You need a question for Question Corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna face you towards the camera,
It could be a would you rather. It could be whatever you want.
and it better be
Alright.
good.
I do like Would You Rathers.
Let's go into his notes.
I might hit you on with one that I've saw recently.
Okay.
All right. So every day at 6 p.m., you turn into a carpenter ant. This lasts for only 30 minutes, and then you change back, and everything kind of is normal. But at 6 p.m., you turn into a carpenter ant.
Okay.
Or 6 times a year, completely random, you have no idea, you turn into a turtle. This lasts for 4 hours.
Dang. This is just one I had on.
Is this a lifetime deal?
Like for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Yeah, starting now.
Wait. So how long are you a carpenter ant?
30 minutes.
30
6
minutes?
p.m.
Every day.
Every day.
Gosh.
I'm taking that.
I'm taking turtle. I'm rolling the dice on the turtle.
6 times a year.
6 times a year. For 4 hours.
That's a full day.
4 hours is a long time.
Dude, I
know,
wear a
you're,
shirt.
like,
I wear a
driving.
shirt that says, "If I turn into a turtle, don't worry." I wear that every single day. I'm good.
What's your answer, Alan?
I think I gotta get a turtle as well. I mean, I could be safe and it's like I'm sleeping, and then I could probably get a really good sleep as a turtle.
Yeah.
That's a
And so
valid
like
point.
that's one of the times of the year. That's great.
But you don't know when you
Or-
turn into a turtle, right?
No.
The worst thing that I think that could happen is like, let's say I'm out at a restaurant and I'm like drinking from a straw and then I turn into a turtle. That might be the worst thing.
First of all, that's not the worst thing that could possibly happen. Of all the things to happen to you as a turtle. You could be driving.
You could be driving. Like a burglar could like break into your home. You have to protect your family.
No, that
like,
would be good enough. That would be.
The thing is, if you are driving, you are safe.
That's true.
Because you're in a shell, so you wreck, but dude,
everyone
you're
else
good.
is not. But
I'm doing ant.
Yeah, it's got to be an ant.
Yeah,
I'm doing turtle.
Dude, my
I
wife.
feel like you could do some fun stuff as an ant.
Yeah, and you honestly, you just schedule it.
Yeah.
Everyone, listen, I got somewhere to be at 6.
I'm changing.
That's
all right, thanks, Alan.
Alan, you're the best. We love you.
Love you.
Dude, your house becomes
the
a
best.
mansion for 30 minutes a day.
Yeah, but that's bedtime for my kids, dude. My wife would be so bummed. It's like, sorry,
Dude.
ant time.
Sorry.
But think about how much
Enjoy
money
the next 30 minutes.
how much money you could save if you're like, man, this tiny, like this really good meal, I wish I could make it last longer. And you're like, hold on.
Ant.
Dude, I know I'm going to just wait outside of a bank. 6
Oh.
o'clock. I'm going to crawl in. I'm going to steal $1 bill at a time. Just
I mean,
fold them in.
but you only have 30 minutes, and ants can't travel that fast.
I'll hide it underneath, like in the bathroom, and
Yeah.
I'll just come to the bank later the
But
next
then
day.
you
or
have to look
something.
out for like predators.
Yeah.
Like anything,
But
like a
you can
foot.
plan it.
Anything, everything's a predator at that point.
All right.
I do turtle. Turtles are cute.
Hit us with that beat. Ah! Andrew has real. Right now.
I couldn't even figure out what words we were saying.
We're gonna watch the one with the dude. I sent 2, but watch the one with the dude.
Watch the one with the dude.
With the dude, bro.
It's not come through yet.
It's
Yeah, Andrew, I'm not seeing it.
I'm very patient.
Andrew,
Oh,
not
right.
seeing it.
Not get anything on my side, pal.
Dude one.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I've realised that this is not in tune. It's not in tune at all.
Tune.
To very quickly demonstrate, if you take a major I mean, you guys know this because this is like Pythagoras figured this stuff out, right? But like, you know, on the piano, this is a G major chord, and the major third is actually 14 cents
Gets
too high,
interesting
which
in
means
just a second.
14 hundredths of a semitone. So the correct one is like, it's like that out of tune. But like I realized this, and it's like, how does no one know this stuff, man? Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's like a
That's the end of it. So this is why that's interesting. So the increments on a piano, each note is a specific, like, calculated distance apart. And we talk about how modern music, you know, we talk about 440. We talk about how modern music and tuning has different effects on the human body. And so I saw this video explaining why our modern scale for being in tune isn't actually accurately in tune. And then I was thinking, well, what did biblical instruments sound like? So I looked it up, and I forget what it's actually called, but it's like a type of lyre. Like the harp that David played is actually open tuned. So instead of pushing down different notes and putting these incremental changes in the string, it's actually just perfectly in harmony each chord. So, you know, the note that David played in it, please Saul, not the Lord, but
yeah,
that actual chord would have been in perfect harmony, which is something that doesn't exist now in modern music, but that's a modern explanation for that. Like that you can actually hear the difference in those two notes.
Well, that's interesting too, because like you think of a cello doesn't have frets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they say that the cello is the closest resemblance of a human voice.
Is it? That's what they say?
Yeah.
It's in the same range, but
what about a trombone?
Cello.
I'm a cello.
They're fluid.
Well, it's about music, right?
The problem with like a cello or a trombone is you're fitting into a space where those incremental
yeah, you're trying to
note
find
changes.
Yo,
exist.
cello's out of tune.
Am I rushing or am I dragging? Have you seen that movie?
Dude, that movie's brutal.
What is the name of the movie?
Whiplash.
Whiplash.
Oh,
that.
Dude, that
is
a
brutal.
really rough
Am I rushing or am I dragging?
That's a hard one to watch.
So intense.
Dude,
It doesn't leave you feeling good.
not at all.
All right, next one.
I just think this is crazy. Yeah.
Three,
All right, 3. Oh, you do it.
3, 2, 1.
I need someone else to experience this with me. So I came across this video, and the girl had this picture up, and she's like, actually, both of their faces are the same color. And I'm like, not tonight, internet. You're not getting me this time. Those are obviously not the same color. But I went in and I like did the color dropper thing to like color match them. And look at this. So my nosy self goes in and does the color matching thing. And look,
What?
they're the same color. I know color theory is a thing, but like the way my brain doesn't want to accept that could be true, I keep staring at it. Like, what the heck?
So what makes it different? What?
I think it's the pop of white on the other face.
Yeah,
it's creating contrast.
That's like the dress thing, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you know about that dress guy?
No.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Is this
The
dress-
Starfire?
No, the dress that
The
was
yellow
on the
or
internet.
Yeah.
Was it like
or something.
The blue versus
like-
gold.
Yeah, was it like
Oh yeah.
black and blue or white and gold? I think was it.
Yeah.
That guy that posted that picture originally murdered his wife
Oh.
recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember that clip? One of those court TV shows, and the guy was like, "I don't want to get married," and the guy's like, "Look at him," and he's the big bodyguard, the big what is this?
Oh yeah.
And he's the bailiff. He's like, "Look at him." He's like, "He's been married," and he's like, "Yeah, he don't look happy," and he like laughs it off. But then like 2 years later, the guy ends up actually murdering his wife.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, hey, you know what? That's what fame does to people.
That's what it does.
It has to. If you get famous, you have to do that.
Speaking of fame,
Yeah. We can talk about me.
do you want to hear the craziest coincidence? And I thought it was fake when I first saw it, but then I looked it up and it is true.
Hit me.
Do you know what how fast light is, like the speed of light?
I don't know how fast it is, but I know it's pretty quick.
Do miles per second.
Faster than a cheetah.
Okay,
Miles per second.
miles per second.
1,000 miles per second.
Speed of light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it?
No.
Oh.
It's 200 million. Oh, just 299,792,458
Is that your
Miles
phone
per hour.
number?
miles per second.
Oh my goodness.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Do you know what the coordinates to the Great Pyramid of Giza are?
What if I did know them? No, I don't.
299792311342.
The exact same.
The exact wait, hold on, I messed that up. 299792548. The exact same coordinates for the Great Pyramid of Giza is the exact miles per second of the speed of light.
Obviously, it's just a regular old coincidence, you know.
Hey.
It's
For all the haters, it's not miles, it's meters.
It's meters a second.
I was about to fact check you, but it's meters.
Yeah,
we don't
because
do- we
they're
don't
on
use
the
meters
metric
here.
system.
It's still
in
MPS.
in Egypt. Everyone knows
Yeah,
that.
ancient Egyptians invented the metric system.
Did they really?
No, it was the French. Boo.
I blame no French.
I thought that was insane.
It's crazy stuff like that. Like what it's the like how the moon is the exact same size of like covering the sun during the total solar, like all these things that are so they have to be
Very precise.
so precise.
Yeah.
And it's like it calls for a design, dude. It calls for a freaking designer. There's no way that all happens by happenstance. Like there's this one plant, I'm gonna have to look it up, but there's this one plant that exists, but it literally shouldn't exist. Scientists have looked at it, like it literally landed in a part of the world where it's like it should not have existed, but because everything happened perfectly in this one tiny environment, this plant was able to exist and keep growing for the rest of eternity. Like, you know, for
That's
so nowadays. But yeah, I'll have to look up the name of it. But it's just stuff like that blows my mind. Like those tiny little coincidences.
Yeah.
Are they coincidences, or is it God just kind of like every time you look into things, you're like God's just kind of showing you his like kind of path?
I think it's pretty planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about like just yesterday, just like something as simple like he loves surfing. What if like God had the ability? I mean, obviously he does, but what if he worked in a way where it's like, this is how much I care for my children. I know he's gonna be surfing out 3 weeks from now, so I'm gonna have a storm that's gonna be hitting in Mexico and go all the way, and it's like it's gonna be the perfect wave at that moment for that person because I know he's gonna be out there at that second.
And it's going to destroy the entire coast at the same
Yeah,
time.
but
Exactly.
for Andrew, it's
But for
worth
Andrew,
it.
It's perfect.
Dude, I think about this color. Like again, we're not real with the color. Color is not a physical thing at all. Color kind of is exclusively for us. Color only exists because our eyes perceive color that way. Like other animals, the cones in their eyes are different than ours, and so like they don't see as much color, or they see other colors and that type of thing, like infrared. And like, but specifically for humans, we get to see all the different colors. We see all these different things and enjoy beauty just because God was like, this will be sick. Also, there's plenty of functional things with colors as well. But like, that's just like, there's no substance to what color is. You're not going to like grab like the DNA of this couch and be like, oh, it's orange DNA. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
It's just for human eyes to enjoy.
So,
go ahead.
I was going to say, this isn't to push back on that because everything you just said is absolutely true. Color, I believe God lets us perceive color.
I don't see color personally.
Ooh,
Yeah,
not
me
as.
either.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know what y'all are talking about.
I was wondering if we were going to make that joke.
Yeah.
But like,
It's not a joke.
what is light? What actually, because light traveling through space around planets bends by gravitational pull. So if there is no matter to it,
Yeah, it freaks me out if I
Like-
think about it too long.
like what? How does gravity bend light?
Yeah.
Did you know light from the sun takes, I think it's like 7 or 8 minutes to reach Earth?
Is it? I thought it was longer than that.
No, it's
I'll
like
look-
7 minutes.
But yeah,
That sounds.
the sun could have blown up 8 minutes ago, and we don't know.
I mean,
yet.
that's exactly
Yeah.
what would happen.
Yeah.
But that's crazy about the color thing of just like how unique it is to like humans. Reading that book, Imagine the God of Heaven, people that have these NDEs, near-death experiences, when they are in the presence of God and like they describe, they see like millions of different new shades of color that they can't even express or like put into words, and that like they've never seen this color before.
Yeah.
And that's just wild to me. So it's just like, because we are imperfect, like we're made in God's image, but we are living in this world that is
We're
full of
limited.
sin, and that we're dying, So it almost makes you wonder, like, I wonder if like Adam and Eve and like the early humans, like if they saw color more vividly,
Yeah.
or at least before sin.
Yeah, they had to have, yeah.
And I think it's just, that's a rad concept.
Dude.
Like, how can you add more color?
Yeah.
Dude, if we lost our ability, like, let's go with that, because that's interesting. If we lost our ability to perceive things as part of the fall, that could imply that the communion that we had with God
Going further away from God
had to do with our previous like ability to perceive his omnipresence.
Yeah.
That's trippy.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, he's still around. The spiritual realm is still present. We just lost vision.
Yeah.
Completely,
Sin
like a
separates us.
Yeah, a hypothetical theory. Not the separation, but the perception of what we lost the ability to perceive.
Speaking of Jesus, did you guys hear about this church in Switzerland?
No.
No.
What
Never.
are they doing? What are the Swiss doing, dude?
This is the beginning of the end of the world. There's this church or chapel in Switzerland called St. Peter's Chapel. And they're not doing, it's not a permanent thing, but for confessionals, or like for your confessions and stuff, they have a AI powered hologram of Jesus
Sick.
that you confess your sins to. And the
There's
people
no way that
have
could go wrong.
right? People have described it as having, like, when they do it, they're saying it is an amazing spiritual experience. And it's like, no.
Thank you.
Yeah,
AI
I didn't know
Jesus.
that was the Swiss thing. I saw it because it's him, but then it has like the shield that you would have in a confession booth.
Yeah.
In front of his face.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, what are we? I mean, why is this? Why do we think this is a good idea?
Yeah, and then the church said that it's not a permanent thing, but they say similar chatbots could one day take some of the responsibility of church pastors in the future.
Oh my gosh.
How about no?
Yeah.
How about there's other things that they can do?
Like it's okay to just be a pastor. You just be a priest. We don't need
That
we don't need that.
that
But you could be
brings
a
up
robotic priest.
that brings up the moral dilemma, though. Or like, our pastors are using ChatGPT to come up with some sermon points. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as long as the
Dude, I got
scripture stays the same and God stays the same, that doesn't. I mean,
Yeah.
everything doesn't matter. I mean, like that's
get-
such a weird thing, dude.
that's
to
what
put it on
I'm
pastors.
saying. There's like
that is
there's like
the
hard lines.
But the weird dilemma is having AI write your sermon, like your full sermon.
Oh, that's
That's
what,
weird.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
not good at all.
like using it as a source of inspiration.
It's a launching pad for everything. I mean, it should be a
Yeah.
launching pad for everything. Very unimportant things. That way, you can focus more on the things that are truly important.
People say like, you use it as a tool, right? AI. But like, what if it's a bad tool? What if it's like,
Yeah.
It has a more sinister.
It's a language model, and it affects the way that we communicate and our language. Like when we're thinking, we have internal monologue. So if our language is patterned and down the road controlled or affected by the language model, then even our thoughts are influenced by what the AI has intended our thoughts to be influenced by. I said that weird, but I think it's affecting us.
Sounded like a riddle.
Kind of is.
A haiku.
Dude, speaking of AI, did you guys, I forget the name of the company, but you guys remember the Pokemon game?
Yes.
Oh yes, I saw this.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, someone acquired all of that data and it's being implemented into this. Go ahead.
What happened? Yeah. What happened was the Pokemon Go was it was fake in the sense that this company made Pokemon Go to collect the largest range of basically GPS in the world. Oh. And so they collected all the data. Now they have the #1 GPS program because they
mapped everywhere.
They mapped absolutely everything.
Free labor.
That's
not even free because I think you could pay for things.
That was the sole purpose of Pokemon Go.
Dang, dude.
Was to just map out these.
That was their intention from the beginning.
Yeah, that's what it said.
So when they were we don't know what's in this area, they're oh, we got to put something good in there,
dude.
Leave a breadcrumb trail to get people to go out there.
That's just for a GPS system. Imagine what the government is putting in place just so they can get proper information. We look at those Facebook games that they were playing a couple years ago, where it's upload an young picture of you and a picture of you now. And we're going to show you what you look in the future. It's you're telling them how age progression works, and it's we're just feeding them, whether it's harmful to us or not. The GPS thing, cool, that's awesome. But there are people using that type of trick for very malicious reasons.
Yeah,
that's literally so scary, nowhere to hide.
Yeah,
that's what scares me about the COVID thing, about the testing, the DNA stuff. It's everyone has DNA now.
We got all the DNA.
Shoot. I sent some of mine in too. Even dang it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's why I don't like Starlink. That freaks me out. I liked the ability to get off grid.
Yeah.
Now that there's literally just it would have happened from someone somewhere, but
I think off grid is is an impossible term now. You can't live off grid.
I think
ever.
Underground.
It would be very, very, very difficult.
Yeah, 50 years ago you could live off grid, no problem. People, guys had 2 families back in those days. It was a regular thing. It's it was not a big deal.
You can't have 2 families now. What the heck?
Without having unless it's a problem now. Okay, all right.
You have an
times
AI
are
family.
changing.
Guys, let's just move on. I'm a family man.
Let's go back to the old days where I could have 2 families.
Oh, sorry. I just want to spread my love more.
Speaking of spreading love more, I was telling you about this the other day. This is wild. Speaking of things that the government's doing, this is the first time this has ever happened to me living in Florida. It was 9:00 at night. It was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we just put the girls down, and for 30 minutes I heard planes just for 30 minutes. It sounded like they could hit our roof.
Yeah,
crop duster kind of. Yeah,
but there had to been 10. Just
were they planes or helicopters?
Planes.
Okay.
And then on Ring. The neighborhood Ring thing, people were like, yeah, what's up with these planes? And turns out they were spraying for mosquitoes, but for 30 minutes from planes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay.
Hey, guess what? Still got mosquitoes. So what is it for then?
Well, apparently you can put in a request for that. I was talking to the guy who guided my hog hunt. He's like, yeah, they got really bad, so we were letting them know our swamp had a bloom, and they came and flew over and sprayed it.
Can I just pay?
They were flying over my house, and I did not give them permission to do that.
Can I just pay pilots to just drop fumes or something off above people, just fart spray?
And that's
over
not good for you.
I know, dude.
Just breathing it. That's probably why Jane's had pneumoniya for 20 months.
Really though, they used to, when we lived in Delaware, they would drive that truck around that sprays and goes.
Yeah.
And they used to the base
go inside.
Yeah. They did. They were there was a warning. It was you should be out here, but now they just dump it from planes because they're
I don't get that. Why is it okay? Why do we allow it? We still have mosquitoes.
It's because you don't have a plane.
That's true. If I had a plane, I'd probably want to do that too.
I probably would too. Yeah.
That's a good point.
You can only fight planes with planes.
Hey, they do say that.
Dang it.
I thought you were going to talk about the Apache helicopters. There was like a formation of 6 that's like been flying around the area.
I did see that the other day driving to work.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
That
That freaked me out.
Dude,
They do the skydiving, those skydiving jumpers a lot too.
Yeah.
No, I can't figure out why we have an armory here. It seems like the weirdest location.
Oh,
for
in
that.
Eustis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You guys didn't get too wrecked by that hurricane, so
Yeah, but there's no like.
They have like tanks and stuff there.
But martial law is supposed to be happening soon, right?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty soon.
Before Christmas.
But there's like limited in and out of the area.
yeah.
So you can't. There's not like multiple paths to get stuff on the highway and disperse it.
I was just saying that maybe then, since you guys are inland enough, you're not getting like blasted by the coast if like natural disaster happens.
I mean,
they're
that
we got
makes
our
sense.
storehouse over here.
We should go ask if we can drive one of the tanks.
Bro, for real.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst they could say? They can't say no,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because we're a citizen.
Yeah.
I'm a
We
taxpayer.
actually have rights.
I pay your salary,
I paid
bud.
for this tank.
Yeah, you are public servants. Now, where's drive? How do we get into drive?
Oh, it's a stick.
All right, you said you had a story for us.
Yeah, I got something to talk about. What do you guys know about the Montauk Monster?
The Montauk Monster. Where's Montauk
I know
at?
a little bit.
Is it
This is that.
Is there any connection to the Montauk project?
I don't know.
Okay.
Where's Montauk?
So it's
New York.
North.
yeah, it's Long Island.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
New Jersey.
Yeah, that region. It's all the same. That stuff's so small. It's all the same to me.
Yeah.
New York, New Jersey, Long Island. I think-
Liberal land, you mean?
So
I don't know. I'm just
so
trying to
back,
think what my uncle would say. I don't know.
so back in 2008, some peculiar creatures were washing up on I guess the Montauk shore on the beaches, and they were unidentifiable animals that were washing up on the shore. Have you heard?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, here, I actually I grabbed some screenshots. I'm gonna throw it in the chat. Dude, these things are quite peculiar.
And these have existed before AI was a thing,
Yeah, here,
or at least readily available.
drop some of those. I got a couple more, but so like the thing about these, like, okay, so yeah, they washed up, so they're obviously gonna have some peculiar like bloating and weird stuff, but the most peculiar one I feel like is the one that kind of looks like a pig.
Yeah. The foot.
Yeah. So there's a comparison. So you caught a pig the other day. How were its feet? Were they hoofs?
Yes.
But this thing
Yes.
has toes?
But that pig has some peculiar amount of 5 toes with little claws on it. And so,
You guys haven't seen this?
No.
dude, this is wild. And so,
We're sure it's not a dog?
well, yeah, so they had people like check them out and like professionals, they're like, we don't really know what this stuff is. And there was also obviously they just kind of eventually went away. There's like no conclusion to it. But what's interesting, very interesting, is a few miles offshore, there is a particular island called Plum Island that's near this area. And Plum Island, it is home to let's see. Sorry. All right. So the Plum Island is where there is an animal disease center located, and it's also like it's a government facility. And what's like really weird about it is like that facility is like the only facility like in America that's allowed to even handle certain diseases like foot and mouth disease. But then there's a long history of this facility having like really sloppy like regulations or not abiding to regulations and different stuff. Even a report of, I think this was back in the 70s, that so foot and mouth is like a really gnarly thing for livestock. If they get foot and mouth, like if there's an outbreak in America, like they basically have to like slaughter like all the cows in that in America.
Jeez.
Like that happened, I think, in Europe a while back, and literally it was like a $10 billion loss of like they just slaughtered all these creatures because they're like, dude, we can't get out. So like back in the 70s, there was like an outbreak on the island, on Plum Island, and there's like reports of like the workers like eating the meat.
Ew.
Just some virus-ridden meat that they were like, well, this is some nice cows. So I don't know. Like there's just like a weird correlation that you have this research facility about animals that's also like government funded and like pretty secretive, and then all these peculiar unidentifiable creatures that look like they're like some type of hybrid where it's like, oh, it's like a pig, but we mixed it with something else.
Dude.
What's that?
What is that?
You looked at?
Dude, I just looked up the Animal Disease Center, and these are the pictures that are come up on Google when you search up this disease center. These are the Google.
Oh my god!
Google images that are sent.
Yeah, like it was consistently things that are like that were like coming on shore.
Those
Now,
are weird.
like-
I thought the previous ones were. They look to me like bloated raccoons.
The third,
Well,
the third
so
one from the
that's
bottom looks like it has a beak.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
So some people were saying like the raccoons, but then again, they don't have the same specific features of some of these animals. Like it's like they have some of the features, but not all of them.
Bro, and we know they're doing animal testing. We know they're morphing animals.
Yeah.
That, like it's happening. So, I mean, that's literally. I'm looking at the map. It's like literally the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and so I believe the Plum Island facility has been shut down more recently and has been moved to Kansas. So that's cool because, you know, it was on an island. So if anything bad happens on the island,
it's contained.
It's contained, but now it's in Kansas. So the center of America where all of our livestock are located. So, yay.
Dude, what in the world?
But
That's so creepy.
And it reminds me of like the chimera.
I was trying to call the center disease.
Oh my gosh.
They have a number and they just answered. So I'm just going to have to. We're going to have to
FaceTime them.
Leave some reviews and stuff.
But
what do you throw in the ocean?
It just makes me think of like the Nephilim stuff and like the chimera creatures.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I thought of, like how it talked about just at that time with like the Watchers and the Nephilim stuff, how they would like literally crossbreed these just animals and animal human, like just creepy stuff. So yeah, it makes you wonder, is like, are they like doing that now? Like a weird
still going, trying to make it
crossbreeding.
They're trying to make mermaids, and that's what's popping up.
Yeah.
Apparently, they hired this place. Like I'm looking at the reviews, and the people are like,
The
you
reviews.
should go visit because they have a lot of exotic animals. But make sure you wash your hands with, because like they're making a joke. But then there's one person that's literally saying, listen, there's a German officer that they hired right after World War II, a scientist, to go work there to help them with something.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot more to it. The guy on the Y-Files did a really sick like expose. I don't know what to call those things. But he like laid it all out really well. But there's a whole thing about like ticks and mosquitoes and like the whole thing like tick warfare, literally like injecting them with like that's like.
What did you hear about that? How people that in the northern states, there's like Tennessee and stuff, where these people are getting bit by these ticks and they're becoming allergic to eating meat.
Yeah, I've heard this.
that. Yeah,
that's so, dude, that would mess me up, man.
That's weird. I mean, they're saying it's like a genetically modified tick.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
And it's causing people to literally become ill if they eat meat.
Yeah,
well, dude, and they were showing maps.
So sad.
I'm pretty sure he was like showing maps where it's like, oh, this is where this like Lyme disease and that stuff started spreading, and like you can literally see it's like Plum Island's here, and then like it just spreads from that location outward.
Come on,
yeah.
Why do we gotta do that?
I don't like it.
Who's behind like the Beyond Meat stuff? Is it Bill Gates, or am I making that up? I'm not trying to.
I don't know.
All right, I'm looking it up.
Speaking of,
does anyone like Bill Gates?
Lily does.
Okay, here it is. Gates,
one big fan.
Here it is. Here it is. Gates said he's invested in meat alternative brands, Beyond Meat, Impossible Foods, and Upside Foods, formerly known as Memphis Meats. So literally, the dude who has a history with like mosquito modification
dude.
is now I don't know if he's majority holder, but heavily invested in alternate meats, and now another infectious critter is.
He just kind of seems sometimes like a villain.
I know.
Sometimes.
I don't know him personally. I don't know what he is like, but a lot of stuff that he does seems very like villain-like.
Mm-hmm.
Is this where we insert our "this is for entertainment purposes"?
This is for entertainment. This is all
It's a comedy podcast after all.
Speaking of animals, Have you ever seen a sewer slug?
Dude, is that real or is that AI?
I'm pretty sure it's real.
I
thought it was AI at first too.
I hope to God it's not.
Okay.
Or it's not real. I hope it's AI.
Called the Tempe sewer slug.
Tempe. Which sewers are they located in?
I think this one. I thought I saw someone say that this was in London.
Oh, good.
But
it's much better than an American sewer.
Let me do this real quick. It's not okay. It's very
very not.
It's very terrifying.
Where'd you send it?
That chat.
Oh.
Chat.
It's gonna be the worst.
It's rare to see a Tempe sewer slug so large.
You just hit play.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's audio.
That's gotta be
I don't know.
fake. I hope it's fake, dude.
That has to be AI. I feel like that one is like AI to the core.
You think?
I could kind of see it.
Yeah, AI always has a special gloss to it, and AI loves tentacles.
I guess.
I'm trying to look at the fingers and stuff. You can usually tell.
There's no.
His eyes kind of seem dead. The man's eyes.
It could be a real man.
He could be depressed too. So.
Yeah, no, dude, that's not real because it has a tail.
Be depressed. Is it AI or is it depression?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like
Welcome
something
to our new game show.
tentacle-like on the back of his
Yeah.
backpack too. Let's call it AI.
Yeah, I'm saying AI.
I'm calling depression. I think he's just depressed. I think it's real, and he's just severely depressed.
You know that it will be a game show one day. Is it AI or are they depressed?
It's always depression. It's always depression.
Oh, I don't like those animals.
Yeah.
I don't like those animals. Did you see that guy in Australia who got charged with kidnapping?
I don't think so.
Dude, crazy story.
Specifically?
Crazy story. So there's this guy, he's on like a crotch rocket, right? He's got a jacket, helmet, gloves, everything. Gets off and he gets into the restaurant. And it's right next to a gas station. This dad who's in a hurry runs into the gas station, has a kid in the back seat, leaves the kid, 5-year-old
Getting a bottle
kid.
of water.
Yeah, just running in, running back out, right? Not a big deal. Some small towns, that's not a big deal at all.
Yeah.
Whatever. This crotch rocket guy doesn't know he's just going in for water. Sees the dad leave the kid in the car. The guy gets up from his table, walks over to the truck, gets inside the truck, and drives the truck away. And he, with a smile on his face, no ill intention, he drives straight to the police station to report this dad
Oh my gosh.
of leaving his kid in the car. And his dad's freaking out, like panicking. Where's my kid? Where's my car? And they're like, yeah, this guy just took it. I don't really know what's happening. And so they're panicking. The police come and pick him up and everything. And they figure out no charges were filed. But it was just one of those things because like they looked at the dad and like, you're not allowed to do that. But also, guy, there's a better way to handle these things.
You kidnapped.
Yeah, like he said I needed to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, and he's like telling us smile, but they dropped him and he came back.
But
He
I
came back
will
and picked
say,
up his jacket, picked up his helmet, finished his meal, and left.
that dad will probably never do that again.
Nope.
No,
So he did
you
learn
gotta
a
lock,
lesson.
You gotta lock the doors when you do it.
Yeah.
It's a chaotic good. That's definitely like that. Just I'm gonna do the
That's
right
crazy,
thing, but I'm
though.
gonna do it in a crazy way.
That's crazy.
One of those dudes is gonna die of weird circumstances in the next few years.
What? What do you mean?
Like, dude, if someone took your kid and like no charges, like that just feels like that's not the type thing that they laugh off and leave alone. Like,
I think it's the dad didn't
press charges for
charges.
kidnapping
because he would have to press charges.
I would fight the guy.
That's what I'm something
Yeah.
something would obviously you're not going to do it at the police station.
No, that's like psycho behavior. Like there's much better ways to handle that.
But you saw the interview with the guy, right?
Yeah, and he was so
he's-
proud of himself. He's laughing, and the Australian accent makes it even funnier.
Yeah. Well, he was like an Indian guy, so he had like this Indian Australian accent. It was
Super funny.
So funny.
I was like, I'm just glad it didn't happen to me.
Yeah, I would have lost it.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of stealing things and children, did we talk about this last time? Everything's blurring together. Did you hear about the Philippines and how they had 4 typhoons, like their version of a hurricane, back to back within 10 days?
Dude, what is going on?
The last one,
Are they okay?
number 4, was a category 5.
Are they okay?
Within 10 days, 4. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know if they're okay.
I was gonna say. I was gonna ask again. I was like, please tell me they're okay.
I don't know.
That's nuts. That's so sad. That's crazy.
That
though.
seems pretty rare.
Yeah, but what do you hear about the bomb typhoon or cyclone?
The cyclone.
The bomb cyclone that happened in Washington.
Did you see that?
What?
No.
Dude, they called it a bomb cyclone, which I think is a new term they've coined, which I'm like, that seems like fear-mongering for some reason. Like, and we're on the verge of World War III. Don't call it a bomb cyclone.
Well, I think it's a pretty rare weather event.
Yeah.
And
the wind's crazy.
It'll just be dead silent and then just like
200 mile per hour wind, just
like
Hot dog.
that's what it just knocked it over.
Oh my God.
I think I hit the camera. I didn't mean to throw it that hard. Is Andy's angle still good? I had totally hit that camera. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like that with the Philippines, the Washington. It just seems weird, man.
The weather events are getting very strange.
For this late in the year, we don't usually have hurricanes this late in the year. We had one literally last week, like just come through. Like,
which again, then you had the North Carolina one, like half a month before that. They're going off.
They have lead in their water right now. We have some people reach out to us that say like, "Hey, but we also I'm just gonna give him a shout out because we need to give him a shout out because he's the one that got our logo tattooed on him."
Oh, word.
Yeah. Nathan Powell Brown, shout out, bro. He got our logo tattooed, but he also let us know that Asheville still has water with lead in it, and so they don't have drinking water.
Dude, it's crazy. Being like neglected right now. Like all the news and stuff, they're not reporting on North Carolina anymore, and like nothing's changed. Like it's still just like a complete bomb went off there.
Yeah, I mean, the cleanup is still happening. I can't imagine being in that scenario.
Yeah,
so sad.
Yeah, it's a literal entire city gone.
Yeah.
Like I have a client, like a design client that I like. We were planning out some like logo stuff, and he's like, "Oh, this whole thing just happened. I live here, so I don't really know what we're doing." And then we like touched base later on. He's like, "Well, we moved to Texas because we don't have a town anymore."
Gosh, dude.
Yeah, they just had to dip out because it's gone, dude.
That's insane.
I don't know how you do that.
Speaking of bombs going off,
yeah.
Did you hear about all these European countries handing out? They're issuing war survival guides to the citizens.
Cool.
So I think it was Switzerland or Sweden.
I need one.
Like literally a booklet. They handed out 10 million to their citizens of like preparation.
Where at exactly?
It was either Sweden or Switzerland. Okay. But I think a couple of European countries are doing it.
I mean,
just like,
are we
okay, well, it's probably going to happen, so get ready.
Well, let's talk about it. Like, so Biden gave permission to use
U.S. weapons or missiles
and then Ukraine just launched one this morning or last night or something.
Russia did.
Well, no, Ukraine sent one.
Yeah, Ukraine did it.
A U.S. missile.
Night.
Yeah,
deep into Russia.
A U.S. missile.
Yes.
So it's like,
and then they went on.
What do we do? What's the next step here?
I forget his title or whatever, but he basically said he threatened nuclear war before Christmas. And it's like, yeah, come on.
Who did?
The guy from Russia.
Putin?
No. Like one of his. I don't know what his title is.
Because it felt like, because then I literally heard, I saw a TikTok that's like, oh, Putin's open up, to talks with Trump's about peace treaty and stuff. And then the next like day, it's like, oh, now Putin's basically saying this is like World War III if you hit this. I'm like, okay, I don't understand where we're going at it.
Well, think about, if you want to take the conspiracy angle, think about if you're one of these people who has a vested interest in like, in the war money-making machine, and it appears that talks are happening between the world powers, and it seems that, I'm not going to say like conflict will forever end, but it seems like an agreement for peace, at least for a period, is about to be reached. It's like probably a good time, if you still had any sway in the current, political landscape, to make sure that some sort of thing escalates. Because even if that was the direction we were going with the new president, even if peace was something we were going to arrive at, like, it will now have to be achieved with war.
Hey,
here's something that happened last night. Well, when this comes out, it'll be a while ago, but last night it says Russian Federation strikes Ukraine with purported ICBM, which is Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, first time in military history. So it's basically a missile that can carry a nuke head on it. And it didn't have a nuke on it, but they struck Ukraine with it. And this is the first time it's ever happened in history.
So that's like,
and
they're teasing.
It's like it could have been, is what they're saying.
It's the trippiest looking thing. It looks like an alien attack.
So whenever they saw that on the radar, they probably were like, wait a minute, that's one of those, but it doesn't have something on it. So they knew, like, so is it just kind of like I don't know the
anatomy of that thing. Like,
let me send this.
The warhead is internal, like they wouldn't know until after.
They wouldn't be able to detect?
Like it would be in
nuke?
the shell. No, I mean, they'd see a missile, but they wouldn't know that it's not like
it's not
armed.
carrying something? There's not a way to check? I thought we had a tracker on all these things.
Hold on, let me send this to you guys. It's to Andy, Andrew, Corey.
Are you making a separate group chat?
Just I can't send it through
SMS text message.
Oh wait, maybe I can. I definitely can. I'm like an old man right now. Farts. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Dude, this is
I know it's embarrassing. Stop.
It's unprofessional.
Unforgivable.
119 episodes. 18.
Okay.
18. I don't.
Just send it.
19.
Just scroll through the video. So this is the ICBM, and apparently it says the missile has sub warheads that strike separately during the approach.
Oh.
So in this video, you see several arrivals.
What is it hitting?
Just a city.
Gosh.
And so you can't see the explosion because it's at night, but that's how they look when they're landing.
But look how fast those are, dude.
Gosh, dude.
Go to the next one.
Yeah.
It looks like a UFO, bro.
That's so scary, dude.
Like that's insane.
Gosh, dude.
I can't imagine the people over there, man. I can't imagine what they're going through. That's so sad.
That sucks.
That's so scary.
Things are looking great.
Things are looking up, guys.
God. Typhoons, hurricanes, missiles.
And Christmas right around the corner today. Head to JCPenney.
And a sewer slug.
And AI Jesus.
Yes. Let's continue this conversation over on a Patreon.
On El Patreon.
Patreon.com/ninjas are butterflies.
You get exclusive content.
Exclusive content.
Discount codes.
Early
Early episodes.
Releases.
And an extra half episode every Friday.
Half episode.
I'm losing it.
It's all right.
Make sure you go to SundayCool.com to order t-shirts for you guys, or your company, or youth group, your organization. Just
Shelly shells she-shells by the she-shirts.
Surely she does.
Yeah, and go to Sunday Cool Swag for all your ninja merch. And yes, do you know Corey actually designs a lot of our stuff?
Yes, he does.
That's very true.
Yes,
he did our Godzilla, Bigfoot. He did our
the AI robot.
AI fighting, man fighting robot.
And we got some more ideas in the bank.
The Fat Earth Society.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, the coolest designs that are up there.
Right here,
Corey is the man.
Yeah. And you're in Indiana, so if someone wants a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, plug all your stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Instagram, everything.
Corey Romizer is my main Instagram account. That one's all my like faith-based art, and then Corey Romizer Tattoo is my tattoo stuff, which is also lots of faith-based tattoo.
And what studio at now?
Guardian Angel Studio. Me and sweet baby Isaac Bales.
What city?
Martinsville, Indiana.
Perfect.
Yeah, I live in Brown County, but tattoo in Martinsville, and it's awesome, man. Loving it. And if you're in the region, honestly, really cool. I had someone from California literally fly to Indiana to get tattooed by me.
Whoa.
I've had Canadians come down. So really, like, if you're within 3 hours of Indiana, dude, don't snooze, man. Come get tattooed.
Come on through.
And if you're a
not
Ninja
that big of a
fan,
deal.
let them know you'll get the Ninja fan treatment, which is
he tickles your big toe.
Yeah.
Right?
No, and I've had
between each
I'll
session.
shout out. Let me find him.
Tickle.
I do have one guy that I've tattooed that is a Ninja fan. He showed up. Austin Conway. I'm going to be tattooing him again soon. But shout out Austin Conway. He was wearing all the Ninja merch. And
Smart man.
tatted
Smart
him
man.
up. Love you, dude.
Austin.
We'll see you soon.
Austin Conway. Austin Conway. Austin Conway. Austin Conway.
All right, we love you guys.
Love you guys. We'll see you on
Corey.
Patreon. See you there.
Patreon!
Earth?
Did I say ninja? I meant butterfly. The butterfly is no doubt one of God's most beautiful creations. I said empty your mind.
You learn martial arts! Ninjas attack!
Oh yeah.
Thumbnail without mic.
I needed to switch up my face.
Full Mr. Beast.
I put $10 million in the sewer and I have 20 seconds to find it.
I sent 1 million blind people to the moon and I don't know how to get them back.